Dear students and dear viewers, welcome to Legend English Academy. I am Amit Kumar Acharjee. In my last classes, I discussed the preliminary concepts of rules of transpositional sentences and rules of word change. But today I am going to talk about clause. First of all, I would like to tell you about clause. What is clause? A clause is a group of words having a subject and a final verb, which is a part of a sentence. That is, a clause must have a subject and a final verb. But a clause doesn't make a complete sense. On the other hand, a sentence is also a group of words having a subject and a final verb, which makes a complete sense. So, we see that there are some similarities between a clause and a sentence. What is the role of a clause in a sentence? When we want to make any complex or compound sentence, we must know about clause. Because a complex sentence has at least two clauses. One is dependent clause and the other is independent clause. Independent clause is principal clause and dependent clause is a subordinate clause. What is the classification of a clause? A clause is of three kinds: principal clause, subordinate clause and coordinate clause. So what is the role of a principal clause? We see that a principal clause is very important, without which we can't make any sense. But a subordinate clause is a dependent clause. That is, a subordinate clause depends on the principal clause. We see that a complex sentence has two clauses, a principal clause and a subordinate clause. Subordinate clause is of three kinds. One, subordinate noun clause. Two, subordinate adjective clause. And three, subordinate adverbial clause. Now, let us talk about the functions of subordinate clauses. You know, subordinate clause is of three kinds: subordinate noun clause, subordinate adjective clause and subordinate adverbial clause. So, first of all, I would like to tell you about the function of subordinate noun clause. You know, noun is a naming word. It is used in a sentence as a subject or an object or a complement. There are five functions of a noun in a sentence. So in case of a subordinate noun clause, we also see that subordinate noun clause works as a subject or an object or as a complement. That is, if you want to make any subordinate clause, you must know about the function of a subordinate noun clause. That is, the function of a noun. You must know that a noun works as a subject. You must also know that a noun also works as object to a verb or to a preposition. That is, when you use a subordinate clause, you will see whether the subordinate clause is used as a subject or object or a complement. At the same time, if you want to make any subordinate adjective clause, you must know about adjective. And what is an adjective? You know that adjective is a modifier. That is, it may be a pre-modifier or a post-modifier. If you want to make any subordinate adjective clause, you must know the function of a subordinate adjective clause. That is, you must know whether it is used as an adjective or not. If a subordinate clause is not used as an adjective, that is not subordinate adjective clause. So you must know the proper functioning of the subordinate clause. At the same time, you must know the function of subordinate adverbial clause. So you know what is an adverb. Adverb is also a modifier. So what does the adverb modify? Generally, an adverb modifies a verb. So, and there are some rules to follow. In case of subordinate adverbial clause, we use some subordinating conjunctions like though, although, since, because, still, until, etc. Thank you. And in my class, I've tried to give some idea about clause
and its classification and also its function in sentence. And if you like my class, I would request you to like, share and subscribe my channel. Once again, I thank you all for watching my channel. Best of luck.